Yes, y'all. Now then, people, welcome back to the channel, especially you Whites fans out there. Leeds United are back in the Premier League, and of course, we're in the summer of 2025, and the transfer window is shaping up to be a blockbuster for Leeds United. Of course, we do have financial pressures, as Graham Smith told us on the latest Inside Ellen Road podcast. So that means potential sales, which we'll get into. And, of course, some exciting new targets for us to talk through. Callum Wilson, Thomas Souček, and Nico Elvedi, to name just a few. There is a lot to unpack. So, of course, stick around as we dive into the latest transfer rumours and what they mean for Leeds United's return to the top flight. If you're excited, of course, smash a like on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that jazz, and let's get into it. So, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the big picture. Leeds, of course, now backed by the 49ers Enterprises. Of course, they have cash money, baby, right? Someone sent me a thing about 49ers selling a stake in the club and they've got cash money, yeah? Big up Vega. But so have Newcastle. Doesn't mean you can spend it, right? And this is where financial pressures come into it. And according to Yorkshire Evening Post Graham Smith, the club might need to sell one or two players to fund their summer plans, even after promotion. So even though you've got all that money swirling about, you still will have to do it to meet PSR, FFP, and all that jazz. So this could mean some surprise exits. And one of them names that Graham Smith mentioned was Patrick Bamford, which really takes me by surprise. The 32-year-old striker, of course, has struggled for game time under Farke due to his injury. And Smith predicts he's likely to leave this summer. I'm not too sure because I'm not sure who's going to take him. He has been a loyal servant, whether we wanted him here at times or not. He scored key goals in the past. Obviously, he's been on record as saying he thinks he's better in the Premier League than in the Championship. He said, weirdly, that suits me more when speaking to CBS. And he scored 17 goals the last time he was there. But he has struggled for game time under Farke. But I don't think that's because he doesn't rate him. It's just been due to his injury. But Graham Smith predicts he's likely to leave this summer. I'm not too sure because a sale of Bamford, does that free up funds for bigger signings? Maybe from a wage perspective, but he's only got a year left. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but it's a sign that Leeds are ready to make tough calls. And this is where I think the tough calls could come into play. I do believe the club, if a bid came in from the Bundesliga for someone like Ilya Gruev, they'll move on. They'll move him on because you're getting an instant markup on what we paid for him. I think similarly, you could be looking at a situation like that with Mateo Joseph, because the club might look at it and say, we need players ready here and now. If someone from Spain comes and knock him, straight profit, straight markup. And I think that's the sort of route we'll go. But look, Leeds United will need to balance these books, so it could lead to unexpected departures. So let me know in the comments who you think could be on the chopping block. Now we're going to talk about some incomings. And first of all, we're going to talk about Leeds United's attack. Leeds United will be desperate for firepower. I do believe Joel Pirro will be given opportunities in the Premier League. But one name that's been popping up over the last few days is Callum Wilson from Newcastle. He's 33-year-old. He's a striker that's done it in the Premier League, and he is out of contract in the summer, meaning he could join Leeds United on a free. It's quite interesting. Graham also said in his piece about Leeds United looking at Premier League and international experience, okay? Callum Wilson has that. He has, of course, been pushed down the pecking order by Isak's sensational form at Newcastle, and injuries haven't helped. But he does have 9 England caps and has a proven Premier League record, which is the kind of player Leeds United are looking for. So he could be smart, low-risk signing for Farke. Now, I do say low risk loosely because he'll be on a big wage. And can you carry his big wage if his injury issues concern? Now, reports from the ragtag paper The Sun say Leeds are among the clubs circling. 110k per week currently, though. But he would bring experience to this very young squad, and he would bring goal scoring, which is something that could be lacking. The question is, though, can Wilson stay fit and rediscover his form at Ellen Road? What do you think? Is Wilson the answer up top, especially if you can get him on a free? Drop your thoughts below. In midfield, Leeds are also making waves according to agent talk and transfer talk and all that sort of stuff. Big target, of course, is West Ham's Thomas Souček. This is according to a number of reports now. The 30-year-old Czech international has been told he can leave West Ham for a fee of around about £20 million. Again, He comes with Premier League and international experience, which is what Leeds United are looking at. And his contract is in its final year, so it's do or die time. Like, West Ham, are you keeping me or I'm off? You know, he's a Premier League proven midfielder. He's a European winner, Conference League, admittedly, but I'd bite your arm off for a Conference League. Known for his aerial ability, which is something Leeds United look in. He's got great work rate. And he would be a perfect squad addition for Leeds United, in my opinion. Now, Everton and others are interested. But reportedly, Leeds are the ones leading the race. We will have to wait and see. Of course, there is Sean Longstaff from Newcastle as well, another name linked by that same paper. Longstaff's tenacity could complement Souček, given Leeds a robust midfield to compete in the Premier League. So Souček and Longstaff would add serious grit. Which one would you pick? One or the other or both? I mean, I'd personally go for Souček, but let me hear it in the comments. Defensively as well, Leeds are looking to show things up. Of course, we only have really 2 centre-backs, 3 if you count Ampadu. The rest will be sold, Voba, probably. So we are lacking there. And a major target is Borussia Mönchengladbach's Nico Elvedi. Bild reports the 29-year-old Swiss defender, who has 35 caps, again, top-level experience, international experience, has handed in a transfer request and could be available for just around about 8.5 million. Leeds were previously linked in January. We've spoke about him before. He has, I think, over 300 games in the Bundesliga, so you could count him as a veteran. Wolves, according to a number of reports, are also in the mix, but Farke's keen to bolster that backline and will have worked with him previously. Of course, we've got West Ham's Vladimir Soufal as well, who's a reliable right-back, who could also provide competition down that side for Jayden Bogle, give us real balance there. So Leeds could be about to build a solid defence to avoid relegation, which we know is what we need, right? While Burnley are having theirs ripped apart, we need to improve ours. The mad thing is we had the least attempts at our goal. If we had a decent, competent keeper, maybe things would have been different. But one thing you can notice from a lot of these links is the fact that they are of a certain age. They are experienced in the division that we're in or in Europe's top 5 leagues and do have international experience, which is clearly something the club are looking at. But Elvedi, at that price, seems like a steal. Would you go for him? Would you bring in Soufal on a 3? Both. Let me know. Comment below. But there you have it, Whites fans. That's the latest transfer news this Friday. We've got a massive summer. Exits like Bamford. I think we could see Joseph leave. Not that I want him to. Gruev. People that maybe, might not be able to make that step up and are on the periphery already. We could have exciting incomings like Wilson, Souček, Elvedi, and more. But financial pressures, regardless of what division you're in, especially in the Premier League, yes, we've gone up with cash money, but there will be financial pressures, and that means tough decisions. But Farke and the 49ers will do their damnedest to build a squad that will compete in the Premier League. I believe that. The recruitment up to this point has been bob on. But who out of the names mentioned would be your dream signing? Would any of them? Or do you want something more? I feel the comments want something more. I'm a little bit chill with the age and Premier League experience and all that. I think it's so important for us. But who do you think stays or goes? Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video. If you have enjoyed it, of course, subscribe to the channel for all the latest Leeds United news. And make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss a beat. And as always, man, keep marching on together. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds.